Hello everybody. Today we are discussing the topic of color television picture tube, that is monochrome picture tube. So what is monochrome picture tube? Picture tube is a transducer to change over electrical video signal fluctuating with time into varieties of light in space to duplicate the first picture. It utilizes the phenomena of fluorescence and interlaced scanning. Modern monochrome picture tube employ electrostatic focusing and electromagnetic deflection. Monochrome picture tube consists of a closed glass envelope loading with an electron gun to deliver the sharply focused electron beam, which sticks on a fluorescent screen to generate light. The deflection coil are mounted on the glass tube, which is specially designed. Also, there is a section of deflection the electron beam in horizontal and vertical of the electron of the vertical direction to control it to scan the screen along with and hide reproduce the original picture on the screen. Construction. A monochrome picture tube is a specialized CRT that produces a black and white image on the screen of the tube by action of an electron beam. The screen of the tube consists of a layer of phosphor that produces light when a high voltage beam strikes it. A picture tube basically acts as a transducer that changes electrical video signal into corresponding light variations to generate an actual image on the screen. The sufficient deflection is provided to the moving electron beam so that it can completely scan the screen horizontally as well as vertically in order to give rise to a black and white image. Construction. This is the base part. This is the glass envelope. G1, G2, G3 are the grades: focusing anode, deflection yoke, aqueous conductive coating, glass faceplate, phosphor coating, aluminized coating, electron beam, 18 kilovolt accelerating anode, control grade, TC. Electron gun. The section is composed of cathode and some grades. Number one, cathode. The cathode of the tube comprises of a nickel cylinder whose ends are coated with either thoriated tungsten or barium and strontium oxide. The major reason for specifically using these material at the coating is that they possess low work function, thus releases a sufficient number of electrons when heated. A heater wire is present close to the cathode that provides sufficient heat to the cathode, and external AC voltage is used for indirect heating of the cathode. Second, control grid. The control grid is a cylindrical structure with a small opening that allows the confinement of released beam inside the tube. Grid G1 is provided somewhat negative potential with respect to the cathode. Accelerating grid 2 It is a cylindrical structure of nickel and is also known as the screen grid. The internal baffles provide a restricted path to the electron beam. A positive potential of around 400 volt is provided to accelerating grid anode, thus it allows the acceleration to the beam emitted from the cathode. Focusing grid 3. This grid in the tube structure provides a sufficient electric field to the moving electrons in order to prevent spreading inside the tube. A high positive potential of about 500 volt is given to focusing anode so that a highly focused beam, when strikes the fluorescent screen, produce sharp spot on it. The inner surface of the tube is coated with aqueduct, which is provided with an extremely high voltage of around 18 kV. This high potential aqueduct coating prevents spreading of the electron beam released from the focusing anode. Deflection yoke. The moving electron beam experiences magnetic deflection by the deflection yoke present outside the tube. This is the electron gun section. And the fluorescent screen, the screen where the electron beam is allowed to incident, is basically a high quality glass face plate. The thickness of glass sheet is 1.5 cm. Phosphorus is coated in the inner region of the material. The electron beam, when strikes the phosphor coating, then the phosphor particles glow, thereby giving rise to the image on the screen. Also, to prevent losses, a thin coating of aluminum is present towards the gun side of the phosphorus screen. Working of monochrome picture tube. To understand the working, firstly we have to consider the structure of monochrome picture tube as shown in figure above. Due to indirect heating, the cathode, an electron beam is emitted from the surface of the cathode, as we have already discussed that G1 is at lower potential with respect to cathode. Thus electron propagate towards the control grid. Further, the beam from a small aperture of the control grid is made to travel inside the tube. We can clearly see in the figure shown that an accelerating grid G2 is present. The presence of this grid provides sufficient acceleration to the electron moving inside the tube. The tube consists of focusing grid with a comparatively larger diameter than accelerating anode. Also, a very high positive potential is provided at the focusing anode that allows the propagation of a focused beam of electron inside the tube. It is to be noted that for the production of an image on the screen, the electron beam must strike the phosphorus surface with sufficient velocity. The aqueduct layer is coated on the inner region of the tube that acts as the second anode for the tube, and it provides sufficient velocity to the moving electron. A very high potential is provided to this region, and so electron accelerated by the high potential gains very high velocity before striking the screen. as during motion the electrons gain kinetic energy. So when these electrons strike the phosphorus screen, then they transfer their energy to the atom in the phosphorus screen. This is the working. Thank you. References: monochrome and color television, R.R. Gulati, and this is from internet. Thank you very much.